Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive?
Always. What are we digging into today?
Well, we're tackling a term that's both familiar and kind of mysterious. Lord Commanders.
Ooh, Lord Commanders. I like the sound of that already. Got me thinking about grand strategy and epic battles.
Right. But here's the thing. We've got this list of the top 5 Lord Commanders. And without any more context, I gotta say, I'm stumped.
Really? How so?
Well, it's the range,
Oh,
Like, is it about military genius,
hmm.
political maneuvering, something else entirely? I'm genuinely curious what makes a great Lord Commander in the first place.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, just throwing that title out there, it could be applied in so many different ways. It does make you wonder about the criteria. It's not your typical top five list, that's for sure.
Exactly. So to help us unpack this, I'm eager to hear your take on this list. But before we get into the specifics of who made the cut and why, what are your initial thoughts? Anything that jumps out at you about the term itself?
Well, the term Lord Commander itself, it just oozes authority, right? You've got Lord suggesting nobility, maybe even a divine right, and then Commander, that's all about leadership, strategy, often in a military context. So immediately you're thinking someone who's not just powerful, but commands respect, someone who leads from the front.
That's a great point. It's a title that carries weight, for sure. Okay, so with that in mind, let's dive into this list. Give it to me straight. Who's our first Lord Commander?
All right, kicking off this intriguing list, we've got Alan Turing.
Hold on, wait. Alan Turing, the computer science guy. How does he fit into this Lord Commander mold?
Exactly. It's not who you'd expect, right? But when you think about it, Turing commanded something just as crucial as any army information. Remember, he was a code breaker during World War II.
Oh, right. The Enigma machine. I remember learning about that. But still, that's a very different kind of battlefield.
Exactly. And that's what makes his inclusion here so fascinating. Turing wasn't leading troops, but his strategic brilliance in breaking the Enigma code was absolutely crucial to the Allied victory. He was a commander in the realm of information warfare, which, let's be honest, is arguably even more important in today's world.
Wow, you're totally right. That completely changes my perspective on the whole Lord Commander thing.
Well,
Okay, this list is already full of surprises. Who's next?
next up, we have a figure who's probably a little more familiar when you think about leadership, Nelson Mandela.
Oh, okay. Now, that one makes a lot of sense to me. Fighting against apartheid, leading a movement for decades, that takes incredible strength and resilience.
Absolutely. But you wouldn't necessarily use the words military strategist when you think of Mandela, right?
Okay.
But he definitely commanded a movement, inspired millions through incredible hardship. It's that unwavering commitment to his vision, that ability to rally and unite people even from prison. That's what makes him a true Lord Commander in my book.
It really makes you think about the different ways that leadership can manifest. Okay, who else do we have on this list of unconventional commanders?
Our third Lord Commander is Marie Curie.
Wait, Marie Curie, the scientist.
Yep. Now, I know what you're thinking. Science and command don't usually go hand in hand, right? But hear me out. Marie Curie was a pioneer in a field totally dominated by men. She broke down barriers, challenged the status quo, and made groundbreaking discoveries about radioactivity, ultimately giving her life for science. That kind of dedication, that unwavering pursuit of knowledge, that's a command over her field and her own destiny, and frankly, it's inspiring.
It's like she commanded the very atoms themselves. See, this is why I love these deep dives. You start with one idea of what a word means, and then boom, your mind is blown wide open. Okay, I'm ready for number 4. Who's next?
All right, number 4 might be a bit more in line with our initial expectations, Genghis Khan.
Okay, that one definitely seems like a more traditional Lord Commander.
Right. I mean, he was a military mastermind. He united nomadic tribes and forged a vast empire through strategic brilliance and, let's be honest, ruthlessness on the battlefield. Hard to argue with his impact on history.
No argument there. It's funny, though, even with a figure like Genghis Khan, who we so closely associate with military might, there's still that other layer, uniting those tribes, building that empire. That takes a special kind of leadership. It's not just about brute force. It's about vision, strategy, the ability to inspire and unite people under a common goal.
Okay, so we've had unexpected picks, historical figures, scientific pioneers. What else could this list possibly have in store for us? Who's our final Lord Commander?
And last but not least, we have Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah, the queen of daytime TV. You're kidding me. See, this list is just full of curveballs.
That's what I love about it. Think about it, though. Oprah built a media empire, gave a platform to countless voices, and used her influence to promote education, empathy, and personal growth. Millions around the world admire her, trust her judgment. That's power, my friend. And that's a kind of leadership that deserves recognition. You know, you're absolutely right. To build that level of connection, to have that kind of impact on culture, that's a unique kind of command. You don't get there by accident. This whole list has been about expanding our definition of leadership, hasn't it?
100%. It's not always about armies and battlefields. It's about the impact you have, the people you inspire, the change you drive.
Exactly. So to our listeners out there, we want to hear from you. What qualities define a true Lord Commander to you? It's a question worth pondering. And that's what this deep dive is all about. Thanks for joining us on this thought-provoking journey.
Until next time, keep exploring those big questions.